guys, what's up? Welcome back. So in today's video, we're going to be doing our makeup. We're going to be recreating the look that I had on in my recent video. We're going to be doing it all. So I'm super excited. I went ahead and tried to recreate that look. Now, I don't know if this is going to look very similar to that, like the look that I had on in that video. The video that I'm talking about is the one where I shared my favorite primers and also my favorite setting sprays. So a lot of you were requesting me to do that look. So here we are. So I'm super excited to show you how I did this. And yeah, so some of the products that I'm using are products that I haven't used in a very long time. Some of my favorite products and all of that. So we have a little bit of everything in this video. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this look, then let's go ahead and jump right in. Okay, so I went ahead and primed my face using the new Colourpop All-Star Primer. Now I don't really have deep pores, but the little pores that I do have, I noticed that it does do a great job with blurring those out. First, I need to put some balm on these lips because they feel a little bit dry. And this is the Milani Keep It Smooth Luxe Lip Treatment. I like applying this under pretty much any lip product because the texture is super duper thin. Like, it doesn't feel like a typical lip balm. It's very thin. So this is a really good product to use if you like to wear liquid lipsticks. So this is going to really moisturize your lips and just make them feel hydrated. And as you guys can see, I've already done my brows. I use my CoverGirl brow pencil in the shade Soft Brown, my favorite drugstore brow pencil of all time. So went ahead and did that off camera just so this video won't be too long. So I'm actually not going to use the same foundation that I had on in my previous video. I had on the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I have used that non-stop, and you guys have seen tutorials with me using that. You guys have seen a review with me using that, but I wanted to use a different foundation in today's video since you guys have seen me use the Born This Way over and over and over. So I kind of wanted to switch it up just a little bit. So I dug in my collection and pulled out a foundation I haven't used in a very long time, and that is by Black Up. This is their mattifying fluid foundation. I have the shade, what shade is this? Does it even say? I guess it's shade 10. Yeah, shade 10. I thought it had a different color, like a different, I don't know, but we're gonna say it's shade 10. But this is a matte foundation. So what I'm gonna do now is kind of spray my face, and I'm gonna use the Cover FX Dewy Finish Spray. The only sprays that I like to use before applying my foundation is the Matte Fix Plus and the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Spray, but I kind of want to switch it up and use this for today since this is a really dewy setting spray. I just think this is gonna make my skin not be too dry when using the matte foundation. So let's go ahead and spray a little bit of this on the face. And one thing about this spray is it comes out very fine. Like the mist is, it literally feels like you're not even spraying your face. The mist is so light, but it feels really nice and refreshing. So the next step that I like to do before applying my foundation is to spot conceal. And I'm gonna take the new Too Faced concealer. This is their full coverage, well, super coverage sculpting concealer in the shade Toffee. So I just like to place this anywhere that I have dark spots in my face from breakouts, and then I just blend it out with my beauty sponge. By the way, this sponge is from Target. It is by Sonia Kashuk. I know I've said that a few times in some videos, but I still have quite a few of you ask me what sponge I use. But this is from Target. Now we're gonna go into the foundation, and I'm just gonna take a couple of pumps, pump it out on my hand first. This is a really thick foundation. Like, you guys can see, look how thick that is. It's running down now, but it is pretty thick. And I'm just gonna put just a little bit of this on the face. I don't know how many layers I'm gonna do. I haven't used this foundation in a very long time, so we're gonna see how this first layer looks. And you guys see that it's obvious why I haven't used it in a while, because it's pretty orange. And I don't think I've used this foundation in a tutorial on my channel. I know I've talked about it in the past, but I don't think I've actually put it to use like in a tutorial. I did use it in a video where I was mixing all of my foundations together, but I don't think I used this in like a legit tutorial. So I do want to mention they did send me this foundation in the past. I was just pretty much going off of the website. I didn't know what shade I was in it, so I just thought this would be a good match. I mean, it works after you get done applying all the foundation, but as you guys can see, it is a little bit orange on my skin, but we're gonna make this work. So as for the concealer, I'm gonna take my Born This Way concealer. This is a different shade in the shade Chestnut. So I like to use this as my under eye concealer to brighten it up. I just can't seem to stop using this concealer. I like how it gives me a good amount of coverage. I like how it looks once it's blended out, and I like the fact that it is a long wearing concealer. So this does look really good on my skin if I wear it all day long. See how nice it just blends out? It just kind of makes the foundation look better now that it's blended out. All right, so that concealer definitely made a difference on my face. It doesn't look too orange now that I have blended everything out. So we're gonna go ahead and do my setting powder. And the two that I've been mixing are the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder in the shade Translucent Medium. And I've mixed it with the Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder. You guys already know this is my holy grail setting powder. I use it non-stop. I rave about it so much on my channel, but they did come out with new shades in the Born This Way foundation, not the foundation, but the Born This Way, well, the foundation too, because they did come out with new shades. But with the setting powder, they came out with two new shades. They already had the translucent, but they also came out with a medium and also a deep. So I've been mixing these two together, and I don't know, I just like them mixed together. So we're gonna go ahead and do that to set everywhere that we applied the concealer. I like the medium one. Some of you have been asking me my thoughts on this one, and I do like it. I just still feel like I like the Peach Perfect setting powder better than the Born This Way setting powder, simply because I feel like the Peach Perfect lasts so much longer on the face. But the medium powder just looks very similar to your average, you know, like your banana powder, but it's a little bit more golden. So we're gonna go ahead and apply these on the face. I'm just gonna take the same sponge that I've been using and just dip into both of the powders. All right, so I know my face looks pretty crazy. Now I'm just gonna take my Sephora Microsmooth Baked Face Compact. This is just gonna make everything look more smooth, warm, and just kind of bring that color back into my skin, because I know I look pretty washed out after applying all of that setting powder. So I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and place this around the perimeter of my face if I can find a brush. All right, that looks like 10 times better. But now what I like to do is place a little bit of bronzer on my face. We're gonna be taking my Sephora Spiced Market palette. I haven't used this in a while, so I feel like just bringing it back for today's video. So we're gonna be using the bronzer in here, the highlighter, and also the blush. So this is a really, really good palette, you guys. If you have not tried this out, I highly recommend trying this out. The bronzer in here looks really pretty on deeper skin. You also have 2 blushes and 3 highlighters. So this is the bronzer right here. So we're gonna go ahead and take that and put it on the face. I always feel like I'm prepared when I'm sitting here to film my video, and then I realize I don't have the brushes near me that I need, so I end up getting brushes that I've already been using that needs washing. So let's go ahead and dip this in here. By the way, this is my angled contour brush. And you can purchase this from my brush set if you have not already. Now you can use this as a blush. I do believe it's really a blush, but I like to use it as a bronzer. But I think it's really pretty on deep skin tones. So, you know, if you're looking for a good highlighter, blush, and contour or bronzer palette, definitely try this out. And right here I'm using my my brush from Tom Ford. I like to use this for my forehead because I have such a big forehead. So now I like to go in with my eyeshadow. I usually do my blush, my highlight, and also my lips very last. So we're just gonna go ahead and do this look. And y'all, I was super extra with this look. I was being a little extra, and all 5 of these palettes were sitting on my vanity. So I was like, let me just try this shade, let me try this shade, let me see how this is gonna look, and it ended up looking really cute. So the first the first palette that we're gonna dip into is the Maybelline City Mini palette. This is in the shade High Sunrise. These are all matte shades. I featured this palette along with another palette that I'm going to be showing in today's video in a recent video where I did the Hot Nude Drugstore Eyeshadow palette. So I did swatch this palette. If you guys want to see swatches, I'm going to have that video down below in the description. But who just uploaded a video? Ooh. But with this palette, we're just going to be dipping into this burgundy shade right here, and I'm just going to put this in the crease. All right, so I went ahead and zoomed you guys in a little bit more. A lot of you were wanting me to do closer looks when I do my tutorials, so you can see me closer now. So like I said earlier, we're just going to go ahead and dip into this burgundy shade right here, and we're just going to focus this in the crease. And the brush that I'm using is my Sigma E40. This is one of their titanium brushes, and I'm just going to place this in the crease. So this next palette I'm using is by Bareminerals, and this is their, the Gen Nude Latte palette. And we're just gonna go into this darker burgundy shade and also put this in the crease as well. This is a little bit deeper than the first shade that we use, but I have been using the mess out of this, as you guys can see. So we're just gonna go ahead and place this in the crease. I'm not even gonna switch my brush out because since this color is very similar to the first shade, I feel like there's no need to just switch it out. So we're just gonna put this closer to the crease, kind of closer to the lid. The first one, we kind of blended it up towards the brow bone, but we're just gonna focus this color right there in the crease. Now I'm just gonna take a little bit of the new Fenty Beauty Primer and put it all over the lid. I've actually been using this a lot lately and I do like it. So I just put a little bit on my finger and then tap it on the lid. Now taking my Pat McGrath Mothership palette. I think this is the Mothership 2, I believe. It doesn't say on the palette, but I think this is the 2, the second one. I'm just gonna take this one shade out of the palette, and that is this silvery black, kind of like a gunmetal sparkly color, and put this all over the lid. I'm actually using a different brush for this. I'm using this brush by e.l.f. Cosmetics. I forgot what it's called. I think it's called the Precision Eyeshadow Brush. I forgot what it's called, but it is by e.l.f. So I'm pretty much just gonna pat this all over the lid. Now I'm gonna go back into the Pat McGrath palette and pick up a little bit of this black right here and place this right here on the outer V. And also kind of blend it into the crease just a little bit. Oh, and by the way, this was the pencil shader brush from my brush set. Now I'm gonna take the Sigma E45. This is kind of similar to my pencil shader brush, but it's actually longer and it does have more of a point to it. So I'm just gonna take that black again and put a little bit of that on the brush and kind of blend it into the crease. Did I use black? Next, I'm gonna take this new eyeliner by Revlon. This is their new Colorstay gel pencil, and this is in the shade Private Island. And I'm just gonna put this on the waterline. This is a really pretty teal. Look how pretty that is. So pretty. Now to smoke out the bottom lash line, I'm gonna take this little palette by Almay. This is in the shade Thrill Seeker. So this has 4 different teal shadows in it. So you have a shimmer, you have a matte, you also have kind of like a metallic. So it's 4 different teal shades in here. So I like to take the darker shade right here and just kind of blend it out on the bottom lash line. All right, so we're almost done with the eyes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some lashes, some mascara, and I'll be right back. All right, so I finally got the lashes on, and now we're gonna go into the Almay palette again, and I'm gonna take this shade right here towards the bottom, which is really, really pretty. We're gonna put this on the center corner of the eye. I like to spray my brush before doing this just so to get more of an intense color right there. Now going into the Milani Gilded Desires palette, we're gonna take this white highlighter in here and place this on top of that blue, so that way the blue can look more bright right there on the center corner. Now going back to the face, we're gonna go ahead and apply some blush and highlighter. So I'm gonna take the mauve shade in here as my blush. So just apply a little bit of that on the cheeks. By the way, this brush is by Too Faced. It is their powder brush from their teddy bear brush set. So we're gonna dip into this highlighter right here in the middle. This is more of a bronzy golden highlighter. So we're just gonna place this on the cheeks. And I'm using the Milani highlighting brush. You can purchase this from Walmart, but this is very similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighting brush, but I feel like I like this one better. Y'all, look at that glow, like, whoa. And for the lips, I like to take my Sephora gel liner. This is in the shade Rosewood, I believe. Yeah, Rosewood. And then I like to pair it with the Colourpop lipstick in the shade Pinkies Up. And these two have been my go-tos lately. Like, I think I've been wearing this lip combo in the last, I want to say the last 4 videos, I believe, but I can't get enough. I love this shade. I love how they look together. This lipstick also looks good with the brown lip liner. I'll go ahead and swatch it so you guys can see it on the hand. But it's the perfect everyday rosy nude. I love it. And then this lip liner is one of my favorite liners from Sephora. I like how it twists up, but the color is so pretty. It just goes so perfectly with this lipstick. So there they are swatched. All right, so this is the completed look. I really hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I really had a lot of fun sitting here doing my makeup with you guys, so I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what other types of tutorials you guys would like to see on my channel. Do you want to see more colorful tutorials or like more everyday tutorials? Let me know. Also, any of the products that I used in today's video, let me know if you guys have tried any of them out. I would love to know your thoughts on the products, if you like them, if you don't like them. You guys know I love to know your thoughts on anything that I share on my channel. So let's go ahead and chit chat down below in the comments. Make sure you thumbs this video up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you are subscribed if you're not subscribed already, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.